Zetta and I'm 15 years old. Before Keys, I hadn't really done any acting, especially to the professional standard that I was doing it here. But, I'd done some at school and I'd done some just with friends and doing a couple iMovies which weren't very professional. So this was like a completely different standard of filming. At Keys, I learned more about how to act method acting, so more realistically for camera, because before I'd focused on theatre acting, which was really making your emotions more intense and maybe less realistic. But with film acting, you have to be quite real, and I learned how to do that here.
You hate me, don't you? I'm never good enough for you. No matter what I do, it's not as good as my sister. I always have to hear how she would have done it better, or how she already did it better. Why does she want to ruin my life? She just wants to plot me out like I was some sort of mistake. I'm just a copy of a copy. Not as good as the original, not as good as you. You're so perfect. Everyone around me is so perfect, and there was nothing left over for me. I'm the leftover phase. I'm the fatty waste you toss to the dogs. Everyone hates me. Why does everyone think I'm so horrible? Probably because I am a horrible creature.
The filming side of the film that I did was, well, it was a lot different to I'd expected, and the process was, I didn't really understand the process until I came here and I realised how films were actually made. So instead of just taking the shots you want, you take it from every angle, the same scene. And I didn't realise that, and I also didn't realise how long it took to actually shoot one scene. And you could, just rehearse the lines by doing the same scene over and over from the different angles, and that was really interesting to learn about. Yeah, it was a new experience for me because I'd never experienced that level of professional filming before. My favourite scene of the film was probably the rooftop scene, because I was able to fake cry on camera for probably the first time, and that was a really cool experience. And also the amount of lighting that went on, even though there was the sun and everything, was really interesting to find out about. The hardest scene to do was probably the park scene, because I had to cry in public in front of what seemed like loads of people, and it was just, it felt kind of awkward to be outside and just tears sitting on a bench, because I was worried people might come up and ask what's wrong or something. And yeah. I've never before filmed in a place where people might be watching me. Like, the furthest I've ever got to being in public was doing it with my friend in my bedroom on iMovie. So this was a completely new experience for me. I feel like the rooftop scene was the most emotional scene in the film, because that was really the breaking point for the character I was playing, because she was on a roof about to jump off, and it was quite difficult to play her because I had to feel the emotions that my character was feeling, and she was really sad in that bit, and it was hard for me to play. The restaurant scene was, I think it was quite a fun scene to do, because it was more allowing the audience and also for me to realise my relationship with my dad in the film, and I learnt more about my character from that, and there was some really nice food. So that's good. I learnt a lot from this experience, mainly about growing as an actor and about how films were actually made, because I'd never actually had a clue about that. And seeing films now, I realise how much effort and how much time each of the scenes takes. And it helps me appreciate really good actors in films as well, because it's really difficult to act really well all the time. haven't actually done anything since the film, and I think it's because there aren't very many opportunities like this to do even short films about stuff, because there aren't just people doing it. And it's more about, in the film industry, there's just really, the top end films, and then, there's nothing else really. And, it's hard to get to that standard of acting to be able to do like feature films. So this was a really good experience for me, and one I might never get again. I'd love to do this on a regular basis, but it's hard to find the opportunities to do it. But yeah, I'd really love to. I feel like doing films like this would be a great part of the school educational structure, because at the moment, at least at the school where I'm doing drama GCSE, it's mainly based on the writing, and I feel that the actual practicality of, acting, whether it's film or theatre, is really important to be able to grow as an actor, and also just to be able to understand what drama's really about. And I don't think at the moment in schools that's really what's happening. I feel like getting funding for this kind of thing is really important, because without it, there aren't that many opportunities for young actors to be able to grow and develop their skills. And I was really lucky to be able to do this, but there are a lot of really talented people out there who haven't been given this opportunity, and probably won't be unless there's more funding given and there are more opportunities for them to do it. So I think it's really important.